Here, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. We are really excited to have you here with us again for one more very informative webinar session. So, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Bipul Das, and I'm the International Business Development Manager at Toi Ohomai Institute of Technology. So, today we are very privileged to have a wonderful panelists. So, I'll do less talking and let them speak more about the program. So, we have Chow Tran for international team. She's the international liaison officer, and we're very lucky to have her organizing the webinars and supporting our partners like you. But we also have a very knowledgeable panelist here, and we have a new twist to the webinar today. We have a wonderful student who's going to join us and share his own experience, which is very important. So, Kavita Dutt is an academic leader for IT department, and she's been here for many years. So, very privileged to have her in her knowledge capacity and sharing her information. And she's very supportive and approachable for the international students and domestic likewise. So today's webinar is going to be focused on the Bachelor of Applied Information Technology, and it is a very specialized field in terms of the labor market, the needs, and the opportunities for international students and domestic as well. So without any further ado, I'll probably start the presentation. And you do have an opportunity to ask any questions at the end of the presentation, but there should be also a Q&A tab on the bottom of the screen. So if you feel like asking any question, please write your questions there, and we will do our best to answer them at the end of the presentation. So without any further ado, I'll pass on the mic to Chow or Kavita. Thank you.
Hi, so in the webinar today, we go through the key benefits of coming in November, the program details, student insights, post-study work visa, and the pathway to residency. And last part will be Q&A. First of all, as you know, that the next intake for the Bachelor of Applied IT will be in July, which is, just 2 weeks away from now. And if your student are not ready to apply for the July intake, they can consider coming in November. And actually quite a few advantages if the student come in November, because first of all, it'll be good weather. You know that in New Zealand, seasons are quite opposite to other places in the world. So right now it's summer in Asia, in Europe, and in America. But here in New Zealand, it's the middle of winter. So yeah, we kind of weird. That's why you see me wearing the thick jacket now. So November in New Zealand, it will be late spring going into summer. And so if the student arrive then, they will enjoy good weather. They have sunny days and, lots of outdoor activities to do. It's also much easier to find job because that will be busy shopping season with Black Friday, with Christmas, with Boxing Day and New Year. I remember my first summer in New Zealand. I was working in retail and hospitality. Some week I work up to 60, 70 hours. Yeah, it was a good time. Made a lot of money, saved a lot because I was too busy to spend money, And so normally on a student visa, the student can only work 20 hours per week. But during the holidays, there's no restriction and they can work full time. So I'll show you the summer break here in New Zealand. Just a second. Summer break. I'll share with you the timeline. So here, as you can see, the summer break start the 21st of November for this year, and it will end in February. So yeah, the student will have 3 months break. And during this 3 months break, they can work full time. So it's really good opportunity for them to save some money before they actually, go into the semester in February. Right, come back here. And another good thing about coming into November is that they have extra time to settle in and to get used to studying in New Zealand before the semester starts. And Kavita can explain more about this.
Kia ora, good afternoon, or good morning, good day to wherever you are joining the webinar from. As introduced by Bipul earlier, I'm Kavita Dutt, Academic Leader for the IT programs at Toi Ohomai Institute of Technology. Now, what I would like to talk about taking over from Chow is the November intake. So when students come to do the IT degree in November, they will only do one course for the month of November. So that's about 4 weeks of studies they'll do for one course as part of the degree. And then they will go on their summer break. When they come back in February next year, students will be able to then do the rest of the courses as per the degree structure. So that is how the November intake is set up. It's just a short time where students get to adapt to the New Zealand academic environment, do one course, get used to the way things are done in New Zealand in terms of assessments, learning structure, and also adapt to the life here as well in New Zealand at the same time. So in the past, we've had students come for the November intake, and we've actually had very good feedback from our students because they loved coming in November, getting used to New Zealand, getting used to the summer break, and also doing one course before they really started doing the rest of the 3-year degree. And that's been a good experience for many of our international students in the past. Now, in order for our students to enter the Bachelor of Applied Information Technology, international students need to have the following English proficiency entry requirements. And I believe you all can see what is there on the slide. You need to have the appropriate IELTS, PTE, or an equivalent English test score that is approved by NZQA, which is the New Zealand Qualifications Authority. Apart from that, students also have to have high school, they should have graduated from high school, and they should have achieved 50% or higher in their academics in high school. Now, the degree is 3 years long. So when a student starts in November, they do one course, but the remaining courses is then split between next year, which is 2026, 2027, and then 2028. So that's how they are spread across the 3 years for them. If students come in the February intake next year, which is February 2026, that's again 3 years from that, or July 2026, then we just count 3 years from that for them for the 3-year degree. The tuition is stated, and then we also have lots of opportunities for students to gain scholarships as well. And we have students within our department. We have international students from India. We have international students from Nepal, from Japan, from South Korea, from China, from Brazil. We have had a couple of students who came from Europe as well. But as you can see, the scholarships is available for students from the following 4 places around the world. Now, the degree, as I mentioned, is 3-year degree, which is split into level 5, which is year 1 of the degree. So that's the first year for all of our students. It's the level 5 year. And each year is divided into 2 semesters. So each semester is 16 weeks long. So suppose a student starts in February. So for them, semester 1 is February to June, and then semester 2 is July to November. And if you have a student who comes in the November intake, for them that course they do in November is one of the courses that they do as part of their level 5 semester 1, which means next year in February 2026, they only do the remaining 3 courses as part of their semester 1. So in total, they do 4 courses in one semester, and the remaining 4 courses they do in their second semester for that year. And the second year is level 6, which is again divided into 2 semesters. And then we have the third year, which is level 7, which is divided into 2 semesters as well. Now, as you can see, the range of courses we have in the degree, we do hardware, operating systems, networking, cybersecurity. So those are the hardware and technology courses we do. Software development side, we have programming, we have web design, software development and testing. You have database. We also have AI, artificial intelligence. We have human-computer interaction. Students do projects at level 6, and they also have a massive project that they do at level 7, which is 45 credits. Now, both of the projects that students do at level 6 and level 7 opens them up to enter an IT industry here in New Zealand. So if our students come to the Rotorua campus or to the Tauranga campus, we try to match them up with an employer in IT where they can do their project at, or we call it an internship that they can do. So this allows our students to be exposed to the real IT work environment, as opposed to just being in a computer lab for the 3 years. So that's the benefit of our degree, is it's very hands-on, very practical, and it's really liaising with our IT employers who are based in the sector, who give our students opportunities to do projects with them. Students also do a research course, which is a GENR 7112, that is in level 7 semester 1. And that's a research paper, which is really, it's a very good course for students to research on an aspect, an area of IT that they have interest in. And then they are able to present their research findings as well at the end of the course. We also do end of semester project presentations. Now, this is where students who have done the level 6 projects, level 7 projects, and the level 7 special topic, they are able to present this to industry employers, other IT students, Toi Ohomai staff, or any interested parties of their project and their research. And it's a very good way to showcase. It's a very good way to showcase what our students have done during the semester or during their years of study at Toi Ohomai. Career opportunities. IT is a very fast-moving area, and our contents and our courses are constantly changed to match what is currently used in New Zealand or around the world, just so that our teaching staff are up to speed with what's going on around them as well. It's the same for career opportunities. Career opportunities, there is a few opportunities listed here, but I'm pretty sure there's more and more in IT that students can do when they graduate. But some of the ones that we have, students that have graduated from Toi Ohomai, have landed in jobs, which are some of the jobs that's listed here as well. Lots of good opportunities for our international students. Now, I'll actually turn the time now over to Nihal. Nihal Dharmaraj is one of our existing current enrolled students, international student, and Nihal will share with you his insight.
Thank you for the introduction, Kavita. Kia ora, tena koto. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Nihal Dharmaraj, and I have just finished my second year in the Bachelor of Applied IT. Thank you for this opportunity to speak with you today. I know you all play a crucial role in helping students like me find the right path, so it's my honor to share my experience. My journey is about finding the right environment to thrive. Growing up in India, I was never really passionate about learning. I felt like I was going through the motions of school. It was just something I had to do. I didn't know what I wanted to do academically, but I knew I wanted a change. And I wanted technology to be a core part of that. As I was looking for a path forward, it was actually my own agents, Himanshu sir and Vandana ma'am, who first suggested Toi Ohomai. When I researched their suggestion, the Bachelor of Applied IT immediately stood out. It promised practical, hands-on approach taught by tutors with real industry experience. And that promise has been the foundation for an incredible transformation built on 4 key pillars. First is the academic support. The tutors here are not just teachers, they are mentors from the industry who take the time to get to know you. For example, on my second day of a web development class, my tutor noticed I had prior experience. Instead of just making me follow the provided content, he encouraged me to explore using a professional database tool in a real-world project. This important attention to detail was a turning point. It showed me my education here would be a partnership focused on helping me find my niche. Another key part of this support is the clarity in how we are marked. Every assignment has a very open and detailed marking schedule, so you know exactly what is expected of you. It's not about guessing what the tutor wants, it's about meeting a clear, practical standard. Second is the focus on collaboration over competition. The environment here is about cultivating knowledge together. Because the tutor saw I needed to be challenged, they encouraged me to help other students, creating a dynamic where we all learn from each other. We work in teams on projects and in class, even delivering mock presentations that teach us real-world methodologies like Scrum. This collaborative spirit extends beyond the classroom, with students using the campus facilities to study and learn together long after class is over. You don't just learn to code, you learn teamwork and build a professional network. Third, Toi Ohomai understands that a student's life isn't just about academics. They drive social interaction and personal growth and provide the facilities to make it happen. From orientation week events to cultural celebrations, they build a real community. For me, this has meant becoming more confident in myself. Even small things make a huge difference, like grabbing coffee with friends and tutors at one of 2 campus cafes. It creates opportunities to connect with people from your course and others. And when you are an international student, it helps you feel like you aren't just studying for a qualification, you're building community. And finally, the result of this environment is that I've developed a genuine love for learning. This passion is what drives me to learn the latest web and mobile technologies in my own time. It's what has given me the confidence to know what I want in the industry, and it's what has led me to achieving constant top grades, something I never thought was possible. But those grades are simply the result of an institution that nurtures potential. So when you're speaking to students and their families, you can tell them that Toi Ohomai is a place that builds not just a student's transcript, but the whole person. It provides this support, practical skills, and community they need to succeed in their degree and future careers. Being a part of Toi Ohomai has made a profound difference in my life, which is why I'm very proud to recommend them. Ngā mihi, thank you.
Well, thank you, Nihal. I want to be your classmate now. Wow, beautiful speech. Yeah. All right. So next up, we invited a graduate, but I don't know. She couldn't make it.
Yes.
So probably next time, eh?
Yes.
She's excellent.
Yes. So just a little bit of background about our graduate who is unable to be here today. So she is graduate is originally from China and has done her 3-year Bachelor of Applied IT degree. Our graduate just finished in November of last year, and the level 7 project that this graduate did was with Balance Agri Nutrients Limited, which is a big company here based in Tauranga. And as part of her level 7 project, she ended up securing a full-time job with them once she graduated. So she is now the business intelligence analyst at Balance Agri Nutrients. And she has a very young family, and she used to live in Taupo, which is a little bit far away from Tauranga, and now she has moved to Tauranga, and she's very happy in her role. And it's and her graduate story is actually available on the Toi Ohomai website when we go to the Bachelor of Applied Information Technology course to see. So if any of you are interested, you can read our graduate story as well from the Toi Ohomai website. Thank you.
I'll put it in the chat.
Thank you.
All right, next up we have Bipul. Bipul will talk about the post-study work rights and pathway to residency.
Right. Thank you, Joe. Wonderful. I'm on the same page as you, Nihal. Thank you so much for sharing your journey. That's inspiration for many new international students. Wonderful. And we wish you all the very best for your future. I'm sure you'll do great. Yes, I think most of you would know the immigration pathways, but so I just like to share that I'm a licensed immigration advisor now. I got my provisional license, and I'm still studying my immigration course at Toi Ohomai, which is the only provider in New Zealand that offers this course. So very grateful to have that opportunity and learning. So very clear. As of now, Immigration New Zealand has given more opportunities for students studying bachelor's degree, postgraduate, and masters. So if you're doing a bachelor's degree and you're studying for 3 years full time, then at the current moment you have an opportunity to apply for 3 years of post-study work rights. So that's a long time. So if you look at me, I always say that the 3 years is not the only time you have to look for better opportunities. The time starts when you come here. So the time starts when you come as an international student holding a student visa. That is where your time starts to make it count. Being engaged in a classroom, networking, grabbing new opportunities, asking questions. So you literally got 6 years to um, look for an opportunity where you can be more secured for your future. So you don't have to worry about, oh, my studies is done now, what do I do next? So the government is giving you ample time to provide better opportunities for you. So the 3 years post study work rights, which you already would be knowing, allows you to work for any employer in any field in any place in New Zealand. So you don't have to be restricted to one particular city or one employer. And sometimes what happens is that you start with an employer and something else comes up, something better. So then you don't have to worry about your what visa do I need to have. You can still switch a job under the post study work visa and you know gain the experience and take the opportunity. So in terms of residency, I think it is important to understand that there are a few pathways. One is the green list. So the green list is what is designed by Immigration New Zealand after consultation with the employers and the industry people. That is not an exclusive list of the jobs, but that gives you indication where the labor market is strong. So if you do get a job that is listed on the green list and you meet the other requirements to apply for residency, then you may be able to apply for your, you know, straight to residence or work to residence or skilled migrant residence category. So the most important thing for you to understand is the qualification gives you points, which is important, but also you can get experience points from your work experience that is skilled in New Zealand. So again, something for you to think about for the future. Just preparing them mentally, the students before they come here, that yes, it's a good program. If you're engaged, if you get good marks, if you take the opportunity to network, to gain the skills that the employers need, the pathway for residency is there for the right individual. So there is no guarantee for anything, but again, I would say the chances are strong for the right motivated individuals. And I can see that Nihal has got a bright future in front of him. Um, so we need more motivated students who are sure what they want to do. So yeah, that's the Bachelor of Applied Information Technology, steady post-study work visa, and also the opportunity to apply for residency in the future. Apply now. That's the most important part. Immigration does encourage all the students to apply at least 3 to 4 months before the course starts. Just gives you more lead time to prepare your documentation. And thanks to all of you, all our wonderful partners that have joined us today and who couldn't make it today. You are on top of your game. You know what to do. You are a critical touch point in the student's journey. So we encourage all of you to make sure that your students are well prepared. Uh, Send the application as soon as possible to international team, because we want to make sure that we also are responsive. If you complete all the documentation, meeting the English requirement, everything is fine, we want to issue the offer letter as soon as possible. So then you can prepare the financial side and launch the application with Immigration New Zealand. One of the important updates you might have already seen from Immigration New Zealand. Immigration New Zealand is moving most of the applications to the new system. I believe it's from the 18th of August. All the student visa application would be moving to the Immigration Online Adapt system, which we believe is going to be more beneficial for our agents and partners like you. So, good news that immigration is trying to streamline, make it more user friendly. I think that's the word I need to use, user friendly for the applicants and the representatives to apply online and track the application, know what's happening. And hopefully that would lead to better and faster processing time in the future. The other thing I would like to highlight is that we have seen a gradual increase in the approval rate from Immigration New Zealand from certain markets. So that's also a good sign for us to, celebrate and keep on doing the hard work that we're all doing. A good decision ready application is critical, and that is where we need your help. Having all the documentation in a proper manner where the immigration is confident that you meet the requirements is critical for the student success. So please do what you're doing, and all the information is there on the website. You go to the Immigration New Zealand website, the checklist is there, it's clear. If you're not sure of anything, you're more than welcome to contact them, or you can ask us for more information. Right. I think that's. I would like to give more opportunity uh, for attendees to ask question to a beautiful, wonderful panelist, please. So if you got any questions in the Q&A tab, I see Kavita has answered some of them on the chat box. Thank you, Kavita. Okay. So if we start from the Q&A tab, the first question is from Mighty Consultancy. Thank you for being here today. Do you have any master's course in IT? Kavita, would you like to touch on that?
Yes. Yes, we do. So we have the Master of Management that Toi Ohomai has been delivering for the past 10 plus years now. And that Master of Management has four strengths in it. So, sorry, four majors, four pathways for students, and IT is one of the pathways. Now, definitely, obviously, with COVID, we all know that things change with student numbers, with immigration rules. So that's why the IT strand was not delivered for the last few years since COVID. But definitely, there is discussions of bringing it back for the 2026 academic year. So students would enroll for the Master of Management, and then they will definitely have two courses within the Master of Management that is specific to the IT major.
Yes, so I'm very excited about that because we have got a lot of feedback from you, from our partners. Why don't you bring back the IT strand? And we are listening to you. So to be confirmed, but it's looking positive. And thanks to Kavita for her support. Hopefully, we can share the news in the next few months and bring back the Master of Management by coursework. We got three already there: business
Mhm.
strand, hospitality strand, and health.
Health.
So IT, we want to bring it back, which we used to have it initially.
Mm.
So then you can have students from different, IT background who want to take the management. It's complementing your previous skills. So it gives you broader opportunity in terms of not restricting only to IT field. You can go to management, you can go to business, where you can add more value to the employers and even in your career progression. All right. Sana Nakvi is asking who can apply for immigration, any criteria? If I understand your question, Sana, okay, so offshore, if you're there as a education agent, you are allowed to apply for on the student's behalf only for the student visa application. But if you're onshore in New Zealand, only licensed immigration advisors or lawyers or people who are exempt from licensing, who are recognized by the immigration authority or the licensing act, they are only allowed to apply onshore. I would strongly recommend that please, if you don't have in-house immigration advisor or a lawyer, you can partner with one of the good immigration advisor lawyer, and they can put the application on your behalf for your client. It gives you it gives you more confidence, more clarity that you're putting the application in the right format and the right immigration instructions. All right. Students who are concerned about job opportunities. Okay, you already answered. Mr. Joel. Hello, Sir Joel. The question here is, high school graduate from the Philippines may enroll directly to Bachelor of IT or foundation courses is necessary. Salamat. Kavita, high school students can come directly for the bachelor's if they
So
completed.
so they should have done their last year of high school in the Philippines. And as I mentioned previously, they need to have achieved 50% or more in their academics at their secondary school or high school in their last year to come to the degree.
Right, absolutely. I think that's a good thing because I know many of the institutions require students to do foundation course, which is not bad. But for Toi Ohomai, we generally accept students who've completed the high school diploma in Philippines or a year 12 in India or Asian countries. So as Kavita said, we are happy to accept them as long as they meet the English requirement and they completed the high school and they can come directly for the. And we do have students who are already doing this degree after completing high school. That would be a target market for this degree program. All right. Any other questions? Kavita, can you just from me probably?
Yes.
How do you which are the jobs that are in demand that in terms in specific? Like I know AI is one of the
Mm,
that's a new
mm,
space where we're all talking about every time.
mm, mm.
But anything else?
So there's lots of demand for business intelligence roles right now because, of course, we know that the world is moving into that space very quickly, very rapidly. So business intelligence roles is very, very good. And that's the reason why we teach data management and database courses plus software development because that helps build towards that career pathway for students who want to do business intelligence type of roles. What else is very, very much in demand is a lot around cybersecurity. As we know, lots of things are happening around the world in terms of securing your own data, your personal information, in terms of hacking. And so cybersecurity is another area, but cybersecurity is quite interesting because it can sort of fall into that software development area, but it can also fall under that networking, technical engineering side of a job as well. So it depends on the student into which pathway they want to move into in life. Do you want to be like a software development programmer person, or do you want to be in like an IT office doing engineering, architectural, those types of work in the background, like a like back office support type of role. So cybersecurity is definitely another area. Very much demand for programmers and software developers. We thought that AI will actually take over their jobs, but actually we need them to do the AI coding. So that job is not going away anytime soon. So 100% supportive of students who want to do software development programming. Nihal is our very good example of a brilliant student in that space. Nihal, can you maybe come into this conversation if you can, from your perspective as a student?
Sure, yeah. Yeah, I've seen definitely from my research that I've been doing as I'm sort of getting more serious about finding a job and getting work experience, I've seen that there's a lot of demand for back-end developers. There's increased demand for that actually because we've seen AI can do front-end tasks really well, but when it comes to the more algorithmic-based back-end tasks, AI really fails and there's a lot of vulnerabilities. So there's still a massive demand for, non-vibe coders and real like practical programming skills in back-end development. Rust is a big language that is having a lot of demand, even in New Zealand. A lot of companies are looking for people that are knowledgeable in Rust. So that's something I'm exploring and something that I know a lot of my friends are exploring. And yeah, that's like there's definitely a demand for programming still.
Thank you. Thank you, Nihal.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I think that's really good, real,
Mm.
real world demand at the moment. I'm personally learning a little bit about AI, makes my life a little bit easier. But again, I think we need people in all different roles. Um, thank you. Thank you, Nihal, as well. Okay, now moving on. Okay, let's see. Okay, we got a few more here. Um, right, let me just see. The scholarship is for the first year. That's right. So that applies to those countries that was on the list. How many Sri Lankan students enroll in general? Okay, generally we have a lot of students. We have students from more than 40 different nationalities, but primarily from Indian market. We have students. We have Sri Lankan students doing masters by thesis most of the time, but we have students doing ECE, bachelors. So yeah, there's a good Sri Lankan community as well, alongside other communities who are very supportive. Personally, I believe Rotorua and Tauranga is a great place to live and study because you can talk to people. You are not a number. I've been to Auckland. I just came back from Auckland recently. I did not feel that connection. I did not feel that I was seen or heard. But here in Rotorua and Tauranga, you are seen, you're heard. You can go and talk to your neighbor. You can go and it's very it's very easy. It's very easy to ask for help. I think those things are very important for international students to remember, that you're coming to a supportive environment where people care about you, not only in the campus, but outside the campus as well. Right. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Hi, Prema. Prema is asking, any foundation support for the students to move to Bachelors of IT after 10th or 11th grade from India? I would say no, because I think we would like the students to complete the high school, meet the academic entry criteria before they come here. Is that okay
Mm.
to say, Kavita?
Yes.
Right. Because the code of practice also requires a lot of pastoral care support for students under the age of 18. So
Mm.
we would like you to be prepared. They can come for high school in New Zealand. That's fine. And they do that. We have partnership with the high schools in the region. And some of the students have done year 12 and 13 here. Then they come as international student to study at Toi Ohomai. So that pathway is still possible, which is not a bad option because you're giving yourself more time to adapt to the New Zealand culture. What is the percentage requirement according to Indian standards? 50%? Is that right? Is for the entry? Is that the question you're asking here, Kalpana? What is the percentage requirement according to Indian standards? Kavita, 50% for the high school diploma?
Yes, 50% success in the subjects you would have taken in high school. Yes. So once it's calculated overall, then it still should be above 50%.
Right. We would, I think the academic background is important. We want students to come and succeed. So,
Mm.
yeah.
Mm.
Again, we do provide all the support services on campus. That's one thing we're really good at. So you're not alone. You are supported by the tutors, the learning facilitators. your friends, the international team, your community. So you just need to ask for help. That's all you need to do. Okay, so moving on to the next question, Thelma. Hi, Thelma. Mabuhay. Thelma from Philippines is asking, any other master's program for November? Thelma, as of now, we have confirmed few programs. Bachelor of Applied Information Technology is definitely being offered in November. We also have the postgraduate diploma in management, business, hospitality, and health endorsement. We also have the Master of Management by coursework, same business, hospitality, and health. But we're trying to get more programs. If we do, we will let you know as soon as possible. So just watch this space. So we'll do our best to offer as many programs for November intake, but we will let you know. Thank you. Apart from equality courses offered, schools for the first year in internship, initial settlement accommodation, what's on offer? Okay, let me just understand the question. Okay, I think you're asking about the other support we're offering to international students. Our international team, we have a proper orientation week. I just met an international student who arrived today. She's joining the July intake, so she was very excited. Reminds me of my first day in school. But yeah, we do offer you a range of support services. We orientation weeks. Orientation week is very critical. It gives you a foundation to understand what is required to succeed. We give you the exposure to meet the community people. The police will come and talk about the safety requirements. Insurance company will come and talk about what is covered under the insurance. The learning facilitators will talk to you about what support is offered in place for international students. So please encourage your students to make it mandatory for them to be here for the orientation. So that is why we want you to apply as soon as possible. Gives them a better chance of getting the visa on time and coming for the orientation week. You meet your tutors, you get a timetable, and then you join your classes the week after. And I feel sorry for the students who don't get the visa on time. They have to catch up. And sometimes it's not difficult, but it could be set you in a you panicking that, oh, I missed out on this. So apply early, be here on time, attend the orientation, and join your classes to be successful. How much is the PT score? PS academic, Kavita? I think it was on the screen as well.
Yeah, I think it, Chow, do you mind just going back to the screen which has the English language entry requirements, please?
Even I forgot, sorry.
Yeah, I think it's 50.
50 with no
We'll
band,
just wait.
42 or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep, got it.
PTE 50 overall. So it's PTE. I'll just write it in the chat here. PTE 50 overall with no
No
band.
band, less than 42.
Less than 42. Yep. Okay. Yes.
So again, I think that's the one thing you need to do first is get the English test done, so you know the students is meeting the criteria, and then yeah, the other requirements for application. Right. Let's see. Thank you. You're welcome, Thelma. Any scholarship for the Indian students? At the moment, we don't have scholarships for the Indian market because the scholarship that was decided, which we're offering now, was decided from the top, NZIST, Tipukenga. We are deciding on the fees for next year, which should be confirmed soon. I think that's something for you to look forward to. So we're just deciding on what's going to be the fees for 2026 for different programs. So just to let you know, all the ITPs are allowed to decide their own fees for next year. This year for 2025, we were not allowed to do that. So there probably would be more flexibility, more competition in terms of who's offering what for 2026. So we're just looking at the feedback and making sure that we stay agile, we stay competitive, but also being fair, being providing quality education and support services. That is important for on our behalf as well. So the prospectus is almost finalized. Chow has done a great job, and we're just waiting for the final confirmation of the international fees, which should be out pretty soon. Our pleasure. Okay. Again, we have a range of programs. We have Bachelor of IT is definitely one of our flagship program, which we are promoting. Next year, we have something new, exciting coming up. It's not confirmed yet, but we're also looking at offering a Master of Nursing for
Mhm.
July intake. So don't promote it yet. It's not confirmed. But as soon as it's confirmed from NZQA, New Zealand Qualification Authority, we just need the site approval, and then we can, go out in the market and tell you approved, send quality application. It leads to registration. Master of Nursing, I think it's going to be 2 years, but I will wait for it to be confirmed before we share more details. So November is critical. Promote Bachelor of IT. I would put my hand on heart. It's a very good program. We have seen students over the years doing well. Nihal has given his real experience, honest feedback. I think that's something we really appreciate. And students, you generally see they're happy. They're happy on campus. They're happy with their friends. They have part-time jobs. I think one good thing about living in Bay of Plenty region, people do find part-time jobs here because that is one of the main concern or question that comes through. Where do I find jobs? Jobs are everywhere. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer to find that job, but it's up to you. If you're motivated, if you're going and talking to people, if you're following up, building a network, opportunities are there. If you're always introvert, you're not talking to people, I think that makes a little bit harder to find jobs. So just keep that in mind. It's really up to the individual to take the initiative, but we do our best to support you as well. And we have different workshops like Kavita. We know we always host like career workshops. We host meeting with employers as well. Do you have lecturers like we have guest lecturers like or people from the industry come and talk to students?
Yes, yes, we do. And we also in the past we've been able to arrange students to go for field visits to some IT companies as well. And it's not every semester that we plan that, but it just depends on the time of the year and the availability of the IT companies as well. But definitely that's another exposure for students in the IT sector here in New Zealand.
Thank you, Kavita. I think again, we see students having so much support here. Even when I came to study here 20 years ago, it was there, but I can see we have really notched up in terms of providing more opportunities, more exposure. And as long as the student is aware where to ask for help, I think that's the first starting point. And that's what we do in the orientation week. Right. We are really preparing hard for the July intake. So July is coming up. We have students applying for the visas or already applied for it. So if you do get the visa approved, please send it to our team. Please notify us. We'll do everything possible to help them to settle here. The airport pickup is free, just to remind you. So that's something Toi Ohomai does well. We arrange free airport pickup, but you need to provide us the information. You need to fill the form, and then we can arrange the airport pickup from Auckland Airport coming to Rotorua or Tauranga. And we have the mayoral welcome. So not next week. I think the week after, we have a mayoral welcome where the Rotorua mayor will welcome the international students. So we go as an international team to the Rotorua Council. It happens in Tauranga as well, and the mayor will meet the students, welcome them. That's amazing. I think that's something where you feel like you get goosebumps that you're going to meet the mayor. You're going to ask them questions about what's happening in the city, and you can take pictures, selfies, post it on Facebook. So those happy moments, the small happy moments, does make up the big picture. But we will do everything that's possible in our control to make sure that we provide the best exposure for the students, best experience. All right, English medium. Okay, let me just see if there's any more questions. Bachelor's in English medium. Right. Chelani is asking, do we waive off English if a student has done his or her English bachelor's degree in UK? Yes, there are certain countries where we can accept if they've done if my memory serves me right, yes, if they got a bachelor's degree in not offered in Sri Lanka or other places, but in those countries, UK, Australia, US, we can accept them. That is acceptable. Or if they don't got a qualification in New Zealand, if they're onshore, that is also acceptable sometimes. Are we accepting Duolingo? No, we are not. That's not acceptable under the NZQA approved list. I understand there's something else being added to the list, which we'll share. There's one more English test that is acceptable by NZQA, just been recently shared, I think a couple of days ago. So we'll share the link with you for the next newsletter. What is the turnaround time for offer letters? You send the complete application. We will do our best to turn it around as soon as possible. Sometimes we require more documentation. So if you follow the checklist that's been given to you, or if you don't have it, talk to a team. Then I cannot put a number on it, but I think would 3-4 days or less. So our team is pretty much on top of the applications at the moment, but sometimes we have to go to the faculty to check, or we need some more documentation that is missing. So if you do your part, we will make sure that we do our part and give you the turnaround as quick as possible. Right. So I think those are the questions. Anything else here? No. Anything else you want to add, Kavita, Nihal, Chow? Any punchline? Send applications now for November intake. Come on.
Yes, it will be really good for applicants to apply for the November intake. It's actually a good time of the year, and I think my team is ready to have students come in November. And so please, it will be good to encourage your applicants to apply for the November intake. If unfortunately they cannot come to for the July intake, then definitely November is there for them.
Beautiful weather. I think November you can have ice cream and if you feel stressed, go to the lakefront, have an ice cream, sit beside the ducks or the swans. That's what I used to do. So November is a great time because I came in July. I remember it was cold and it was not great. Um, but November is a great time to just do one paper, easily settle in, not too much pressure. Job opportunities are there. Then I think you would be having an advantage for students who are joining in Feb intake because you've already been here. You adapted to the culture, you adapted to the expectation. And yeah, so good opportunities for the people who want to take action. That's what I say, that all you need to do is if you're ready financially, that's important. It's an investment. If your students have the investment they can make in the future, it's not expense. Anything you do, invest in your studies, it always counts. Either now or later, you will realize that you made the best decision in investing for your own future, studying, learning. But again, it's really, we can do our best, but it's up to the student to make that first step. And it is up to you to guide them through that journey. And we do appreciate that. All our partners have been wonderful, and you have been reaching out to us for any questions, any clarity. Please keep doing that because that is important. Any feedback that you have, share with us because we are not perfect. No one is. We want to improve. If you got any feedback, if your students are not happy, or if they got any concerns, ask them to come and talk to us. We will listen and we'll do our best to help them. All right. So I think all of you are busy sending applications to us. I'll let you get on with your job, with your day. But really, thank you. Massive thank you to all of you. Thank you for coming and joining us, listening to us. If your colleagues could not make it today, that is okay. We will send the recording to them, to you, so you can share with them. And then other information will be coming along with the webinar recording. Again, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank all of you for being here, but most especially our wonderful panelist, Chow, for organizing the webinar, sharing more tips, why you should join for November intake. Kavita Dutt, amazing. We always, when we see each other, we have a big smile on our face, and that's something to cherish. Thank you, Kavita, for your support and your leadership. Nihal, thank you. You're an inspiration. Wish you all the very best. We really wish we have more students like you who take the opportunity and motivated. And I'm sure you'll do great in your life. Thank
Thank
you
you
for
very much. Yeah,
coming and sharing your
thank you.
experience.
Yeah.
So kakite, which means take care, everyone, and please send applications. We're waiting for them, and we will do our best to support you and your students in New Zealand and in Toi Ohomai. So stay safe, look after yourself, and we'll have a webinar soon for the next one. We'll keep you updated. Have a great day. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.